So I jumped in Scrooge McDuck's money bin this weekend. So that was awesome. D23 is officially over, and it was flush with DuckTales news. The show's cast and crew spent over an hour talking about the show's creative direction, its production, and a few Easter eggs and secrets that fans haven't found yet. That on its own was awesome, but then they capped the entire presentation off by releasing a new video clip from the show's third episode, Day Trip of Doom, and then they teased attendees further with a rough cut animatic preview of the show's first season. This event was the clear high point of the expo for me. It put to rest any lingering doubts I had left over about the quality of the new DuckTales show, mostly because it's really obvious that this crew and cast really cares about what they're making. They live and breathe DuckTales, from the old cartoon, the old comics, even the video games. All of that is going to be a part of the new show. And that's basically what I said in my initial video preview, but hearing the creators acknowledge it on stage reaffirms my excitement for the series. The way story editor Frank Nganes described his team's take on the series was perfect. "We always used to say that DuckTales was a public trust," he told the audience. "We didn't create DuckTales. We didn't create Donald or the boys or Scrooge. They belong to everyone." That's why the team says it's working so hard to create a version of the Disney Ducks that all fans can find something in. Something that appeals to fans of the comics and the video games and the old Disney short comics, just every version of the Disney Ducks. They want you to see what you loved about that in their show too. And Nganes went on. "Everyone," he says, "has a different version of DuckTales." And well, he's mostly right. While the name DuckTales historically only refers to the old Disney afternoon cartoon show and the DuckTales magazine that followed, there are fans of the Disney Duck comics and characters all over the world, and they all experience a slightly different version of these characters. The fact that the team's so dedicated to creating something that appeals to all of these fandoms, it's inspiring. And the form appealing to all those different fans takes in this show, according to the creative team, is about having a realistic family dynamic. The team says the characters are written to interact with each other like real people. They all have their own motivations and secrets and inside jokes, and they all share these with each other as a family. And that's exactly what I've been talking about on this channel. The key to making the new DuckTales cartoon great isn't just about having the right characters and the right references to the comics. It's about making sure every character on the show is well written and a fully realized, unique character. And that's not something we've always had in DuckTales or Duck Comics. Sure, Donald and Uncle Scrooge may have always had unique personalities, but the nephews didn't. With the exception of a few minor differences, the three boys have always been more or less the same character in triplicate. To give the DuckTales family the diversity of character it needs to be great, the new series changes that. I'll go into more detail on each of the three boys in their own videos later on, much like I did for Launchpad and Webby. But as far as D23 Expo is concerned, the voice actor for Louie, Ben Schwartz, summed up the differences between the three boys really nicely. He described Huey as the junior woodchuck of the group, the one who learns how to do everything properly and takes his time. Dewey, on the other hand, is now an attention-seeking middle child, the first of the three to charge off into adventure and danger to prove himself. Louie is unlike both of them. Schwartz described him as far more laid back. Where Huey and Dewey would make their fortune through adventure, Louie would prefer to just lay back and make $1 million doing nothing. We saw some of this in the attendee-exclusive animatic they showed at the end of the panel. We saw Uncle Scrooge talking about Atlantis and how there's death traps. But before he can stop and warn the boys to stay behind while he checks it out, Dewey's already rushed off into danger. Huey, on the other hand, we see him wearing a junior woodchuck hat and piloting some sort of weird contraption, and he seems dubious of some dangerous plan the other kids have thought of. And Louie, on the other hand, we see him just kind of fawning after gold that he doesn't really want to work for. It was kind of great and gave us a little bit of an idea of who these characters were and how they interact with things later on as the series launches. There was so much more too. A clip of Scrooge dancing with Goldie, Donald being possessed by some sort of ephemeral tiger, and a very quick, very short clip of Lin-Manuel Miranda's Fenton Crackshell yelling "Blathering Blatherskite" and transforming into Gizmo Duck. I really want to show this to you guys, but I can't. The clip was a D23 exclusive, and I really don't want to betray the trust of the cast and crew in showing it to me by sharing it here online. Hopefully they'll release it for everybody to see online soon. What I can show you is some of the cool swag I got for attending the panel. Everyone who went got this awesome patch of Scrooge McDuck and the DuckTales logo. And if you took it downstairs to the money bin, they gave you one more with these 4 amazing little guys. This is awesome. And that's not all. If you actually went and jumped in the bin, they gave you this really cool DuckTales pouch with all the characters right on it. And some of these, I think they had like microfiber cloths, but I got extra lucky. I got a little adorable tiny Donald Tsum Tsum. I know a lot of people collect these. I really don't, and I'm pretty sure my wife's gonna steal it from me, but I mean, that's pretty awesome. It's a really nice thing to give people away just for jumping in a money bin, which, if you ask me, was kind of a prize on its own. Though if you ever do get a chance to jump in the money bin, be careful. Swimming through money is a lot harder than Uncle Scrooge makes it look. Swimming in coins is hard, man. While I was there, I also saw the Disney Princess panel, which was really fun, and I got to see the Disney TV animation bit with the creators of Gravity Falls and Star vs. the Forces of Evil. And while I was there, I also picked up some Duckwing Duck comics and the new Star and Marco Mastering Guide to End Every Dimension, and which just came out, the Gravity Falls coloring book. And that was really cool because the creators were on hand, they were all really nice, and they even signed and drew in the books for me. So I had a really great time at D23. I'll also be going to Comic-Con too, and while there's a DuckTales panel there, I'll probably be missing it. But I'll make sure to make a video of any impressions I have on the news from it when I get back the following week. In any case, I now have a lot of material to sift through for future analysis videos. So if you've been enjoying those, there's more coming, and thanks for watching. If you like all this, please like and subscribe and check out my other videos, and if you don't worry about it. Take it easy, Internet.